Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's sure to spark some debate: the rudest cities in Europe for 2024. Fasten your seatbelts because we're counting down the top 5 cities with the rudest people. So grab a cuppa, settle in and stay tuned to see if your city made the list. Paris, the city of lights, city of love, city of eye rolls. Our first contender needs little introduction. Paris, with its chic residents and iconic landmarks, has landed itself in the top spot. Now, the Parisians have a certain reputation. They're stylish, sophisticated, and absolutely know how to rock a beret. But they're also known for their direct communication style. Think raised eyebrows at tourists who haven't mastered the language, sighs of exasperation in crowded metros, and a general air of, I have somewhere much more important to be. But let's be honest. Would we have it any other way? The world would be a much duller place without a little Parisian spice. Next, we hop across the channel to dear old London, a city that effortlessly blends the old with the new, where history and modernity coexist in a fascinating dance. Home of Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, and a healthy dose of British Reserve. It's a place where tradition meets innovation, and every corner has a story to tell. London is a city that moves at 1,000,000 miles an hour. The hustle and bustle are palpable, with people from all walks of life converging in this vibrant metropolis. Everyone's always in a rush, late for something, and desperately trying to avoid making eye contact on the tube. The underground is a world unto itself, a microcosm of the city's relentless pace. It's a whirlwind of activity. And sometimes that frenetic energy can be mistaken for a lack of warmth. But beneath the surface, there's a unique charm to be discovered. Now, Londoners aren't necessarily rude, not in the traditional sense. They have their own way of showing kindness, often subtle and understated. They're not going to shout at you in the street or tell you your outfit's tragic. Instead, they'll offer a polite smile or a nod, a quiet acknowledgement of your presence. They're far too polite for that. Their manners are deeply ingrained, a testament to their cultural heritage. But they might just sigh dramatically when you block the escalator on the tube or mutter under their breath about tourists who don't understand the concept of queuing. It's all part of the London experience. Londoners are a resilient bunch, always up for a laugh and fiercely loyal to their city. Their sense of humour is dry, often self-deprecating, but always good-natured. They just might not show it in the most obvious of ways. Their affection for their city and its quirks is evident in their everyday interactions. So if you're brave enough to navigate the tube during rush hour or order a pint in a crowded pub, remember, a little patience goes a long way. Embrace the chaos and you'll find the heart of London beating strong and true. From one iconic capital to another, we arrive in Rome. The city that has stood the test of time, blending ancient history with modern vibrancy. The eternal city, a place of history, art, and a certain disregard for personal space. Here, the past and present coexist in a beautiful, chaotic harmony. The Italians are known for their passion, their zest for life, and their ability to talk with their hands. Every gesture tells a story, every movement adds to the conversation. And nowhere is this more evident than in Rome. The streets are alive with animated discussions and lively interactions. But that passion can sometimes spill over into more animated interactions. It's not uncommon to see heated debates and passionate exchanges. We've all heard the stories, the aggressive drivers, the queue jumpers, the bustling crowds. It's a city where patience is often tested. And then there are the nonnas, the grandmothers who could tell you off in 4 different languages before you even knew what hit you. Their expressions are as colourful as their language. It's all part of the Roman experience. The city's charm lies in its unpredictability and its vibrant energy. Italians are also incredibly warm, welcoming and generous people. Their hospitality is legendary. They'll invite you into their homes, share their stories and make you feel like you've known them forever. They'll feed you until you burst with meals that are a feast for both the stomach and the soul, and generally make you feel like family. Their warmth and generosity are unmatched. They just might also yell at you a little bit while they're doing it. It's all part of the lively Italian spirit. So the next time someone cuts you off in traffic or honks their horn impatiently or pushes past you in a queue, remember that it's just the Roman way of life. Just take a deep breath and remember, it's all part of the charm. Embrace the chaos, enjoy the warmth, and let the eternal city leave an eternal mark on your heart. Hold on to your hats, because we're heading north to Berlin, a city that never sleeps, where history and modernity collide in the most fascinating ways. A city of rich history, vibrant culture, and a no-nonsense attitude that is both refreshing and intriguing. Berliners are known for their directness and love of all things techno. The city's nightlife is legendary, with techno beats that keep the heart of Berlin thumping. They're not rude, per se, they're just efficient. In Berlin, time is of the essence, and every moment counts. Why waste time with pleasantries when you could be discussing philosophy in a dimly lit bar, or cycling to your next art exhibition? The city is a haven for intellectuals and artists alike. This directness can be a bit jarring for those accustomed to more subtle forms of communication, but it's all part of the Berlin charm. But once you get used to their refreshingly honest approach, you'll find a dry wit and genuine warmth. Berliners are some of the most sincere people you'll ever meet. Think of Berlin as that friend who always tells you the truth, even when you don't want to hear it. It's a city that values authenticity above all else. So if you're planning a trip to the German capital, leave your sensitivities at the door and embrace the refreshing candor. Berlin will welcome you with open arms and an open heart. And finally, we arrive in Moscow, the Russian capital, a city of grandeur, history, and a certain frosty demeanor. The Russians are known for their stoicism, their love of vodka, and their ability to withstand sub-zero temperatures. They're also not exactly known for their effusive displays of emotion. Don't expect a lot of smiles in Moscow, especially from strangers. But before you write them off as cold and unwelcoming, remember this: Russian hospitality is legendary. Once you've earned their trust, they'll welcome you into their homes, ply you with food and drink, and share their lives with you. It's just that they need a little time to warm up to you first. So, if you're planning a trip to Moscow, pack your warmest coat and be prepared for a bit of a cultural adjustment. And there you have it, the top 5 cities in Europe with the rudest people to live in for 2024, or should we say the top 5 cities with the most character. Do you agree with our list? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to share your own experiences with these cities. We'd love to hear your stories. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more intriguing content.